I don't like stress. This baby girl does not like stress. I've never seen anyone else go through this. Why is it that I failed? Where did I go wrong? Hello my beauts, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary and I'm a natural hair lifestyle and beauty content creator from London. If you're new around here or if you've pre'd this channel before and you're not subscribed, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm actually going to give you 5 seconds to do so. I'm gonna wait for you to hit that subscribe button. Done? Great, thank you in advance for joining this family. Today's video is a natural hair video and it is going to feature my lovely aloe vera plant. Now if you haven't watched my vlogs then you might not know, but I received this plant 6 months ago as part of a PR package. As it was kindly gifted to me, I was very much determined to ensure that it grows healthy and strong and that I don't it, because I'm a dreadful plant mom, I can't even lie, but I'm really proud of how far I have come with this little gem. However, there have been some mishaps along the way and as a result I had to cut some of the leaves off. I cut approximately 3 leaves and as you can see in the video it's because, you know, they have a bit of damage on them. Rather than having those leaves waste, I decided that I was going to use the gel on my hair. Now if you're anything like me, before you start a journey you would have done some research. I remember just before becoming a full-time naturalista, you know, I was researching some videos on YouTube and something that kept popping up was aloe vera used for rapid hair growth. And I remember when I had my TWA and these videos kept popping up because I was looking for how to grow my hair quickly. I mean, I do miss my TWA now and I really wish I appreciated it when I was at that stage. Of course, I've watched these videos from time to time and I've seen how these creators are saying that, you know, aloe vera promotes hair growth. If you want to grow your hair long and in a quick amount of time, then use it. Now I came out of that place of actually wanting my hair to grow quickly because for me what was most important was health. So in this video today you're going to see me using aloe vera as a detangler and also using it as a treatment. And I did follow another YouTuber by the name of Gono, who is an advocate for using aloe vera for natural hair growth. It's important to let you guys know that aloe vera is good for a number of things, not just your hair but also for your skin. Aloe vera is also digestible, so it can be consumed in foods and drink. As I am talking about my natural hair, I did want to know what the benefits of using aloe vera was on my natural hair, and what I found out was that it does strengthen hair, which is I guess why a lot of people say it helps in hair growth, because the possibility of you actually losing hair is a lot less if your hair is strengthened. It controls grease. It contains a lot of fatty acids and amino acids and is rich in vitamins A, B12, C and E, which play a part in healthy hair follicles. It does help with itchy scalp and it protects from UV damage. But one of the biggest thing was the promotion of hair growth. Now that I've got the benefits of aloe vera out the way, let's get into the video. So as I cut the plant, you can see some yellow goo that is coming from the roots of the plant, and this is called yellow latex. Now this in itself is not poisonous as it stands on my worktop, but it can be toxic in terms of when you want to use the gel on your hair. It can cause irritation to your scalp, and if digested it can also cause irritation to your bowels. I wanted to get rid of this latex because in Gono's video she does talk about when she leaves the aloe in her hair she does experience itching, and I do believe it's because of this latex. I came across a video by Prepoo TV. All you have to do is put the aloe vera leaf in cold water with the rind being at the bottom. Let it stand upright and leave it there for at least 30 minutes. I left mine there for 2 hours and I believe I could have still done it for longer. Prepoo does hers for 24 hours. As you can see, the water has gone from clear to this dark yellow. You can also see with the aloe vera plant itself how it looks now in comparison to how it looked when I first cut the plant. If I did have more time, I probably would have also drained that water out and put in a new batch of water and allowed it to stay in that new batch for maybe another 2 hours or so. After 2.5 hours I took the leaves out of the water I washed the leaves and then I proceeded to cut the spikes off the leaves, simply because I didn't want to cause myself any injury. These spikes are very spiky and they're very sharp, so it's very easy for you to cut yourself by accident if you're not careful. Once I cut the spikes off, I then cut the leaves into smaller chunks just so that it's easier for me. And essentially what I'm trying to do is get as much gel that's inside the leaf as possible out. I didn't have a lot of aloe vera because I had only cut 3 leaves, and it's not 3 big leaves, it's like 2.5 really. I didn't want to cut any more off of my plant because, as I said, I actually want to keep the plant growing. So I was very adamant to try and save as much gel as possible so that I had enough to, first of all, detangle my hair, and secondly do a treatment with. As you can see, the gel actually looks like jelly. It's kind of solid in its form and it is translucent. It doesn't have a smell to it or anything. It's quite easy to take out of its leaf. The aloe vera plant is very interesting. It holds many forms. As you can see, it's drawing like saliva here. It's kind of off-putting, but it's nothing to be alarmed by. This is just how the aloe vera plant behaves. It kind of reminded me of okra. If you've ever used okra, you know how slimy okra can be once added to water. Here you can see all the gel that I managed to retrieve, and I am just squishing it in my hands because this is what Mercy did, okay? I'm squishing it in my hands to try and get it to become more of a liquidy substance as opposed to this solid gel that you're seeing at the moment. I kind of gave up because I felt like my hands weren't doing the job, so I then followed the Nappy Foods version and I put the aloe into my blender and I just blitzed it a little bit. As you can see now, it's actually looking like phlegm but so far so good. I'm pretty pleased with the amount that I was able to get out of those 2.5-3 leaves that I cut off. I was very adamant that I was going to use it all, but I was also very adamant that I was going to use it sparingly so that I would cover my whole head. So here we are in the bathroom, and as you can see, my hair is very, I won't say dry, but unkept in a way. I haven't detangled my hair because I was keeping it for this video, to be honest. I wanted to see how effective the aloe vera was going to be in detangling because people were swearing by it. So I go in on a dry hair and you guys, I was not impressed. I was not impressed. The substance felt just messy. It was just messy. It's a whole messy operation when it comes to using aloe vera for your hair, okay? So as you can see, I'm putting it on my dry hair now and there's not enough slip for me to detangle, and I felt like if I continued in this way I was gonna be here all night, and you know already I do not have that kind of patience. It's already taken me over 2.5 hours to get to this point, and now I need to stay in the bathroom detangling strand by strand because there's not enough slip. No. I'd rather use a conditioner with a lot of slip that I know will help me get to my desired destination. I'd rather use a deep treatment mask that has a lot of slip that allows me to detangle with minimum to no effort, as opposed to aloe vera gel that was just stressing my life out. I was not here for it. Furthermore, my low porosity hair was not taken to this aloe vera, so I actually go in and wet my hair. Again, low porosity hair, it just still kind of looks like the water's sitting on my hair. It didn't really get in there, like my hair didn't really soak enough, but it is a lot better than starting with dry hair. I can see that my hair is taking to it more now that my hair has a bit of moisture on it. As the aloe vera touches my hair, it kind of takes on the form of a cleanser. It looks like a cleanser, not one that foams. It turns a bit bubbly, just a little bit. It's a bit white and you know, it kind of looks good in all honesty. Again, I decided to follow Mercy and her detangling routine. So she goes in with a comb, but if you guys aren't aware already, I don't actually use combs in my hair. I only like to finger detangle, but I did decide to try and use my tangle teaser because Mercy also uses her Denman brush to make sure that it is penetrating the strands. So I'm using my tangle teaser here, and as you can see, my hair is really curling up. It's taken to the aloe vera, and as you can see in the brush also, it has this foamy definition to it now. However, again, for me, the aloe vera didn't produce enough of a slip for me to detangle. So even as I am using my tangle teaser, you can see that there's some friction because I do have some single strand knots and I do have some tangles there that aren't detangled enough. But again, as I mentioned, I was not about to sit there for hours trying to ensure this aloe vera was detangling my hair. Firstly, I didn't have enough, and secondly, I just didn't have that patience. So in terms of reviewing aloe vera as a detangler, it's a no-bueno from me. It's not something I would recommend, especially if you have a low porosity 4B hair. For me, this just wasn't a good detangler to use. Now, one thing I do not like about this treatment is that it is very messy. I'm coming back to the mess. To me, it was just, ugh, it's just messy. And another thing is, I feel like I should have not just blitzed the gel that I was able to retrieve from the leaves, but I feel like I should have proper blended it, because as you can see, there's little particles of aloe vera that's just falling like clumps to the floor. It's on my body, it's stuck in my hair. And I would have just preferred it had I blended the aloe vera and it was more of a paste. I don't know what it would have turned out to be like if I had blended it completely, as opposed to it being like a liquid with little clumps of gel in between. So that's one thing I would suggest if you want to use aloe vera, especially if you have the plant and you are starting from scratch. There was a bit of itchiness that I did feel on my scalp. I feel like I could have cleaned the aloe vera a bit more before using it, like I mentioned earlier, but the itching wasn't, it only lasted for 5 seconds, so I think I did do a good job at cleaning it. I shouldn't really bring myself down when it comes to that, because I have had more adverse reactions when it comes to using oils as a pre-poo on my scalp, and you know, that wasn't pleasant. But this aloe vera itch that I had for 5 seconds was manageable. Now that I've covered my whole head with aloe vera, I am going to take my shower cap and I'm going to leave it on my hair for a minimum of 30 minutes. I'm not really sure what the benefit of this treatment is, but I'm assuming that, you know, this is one of the steps that helps to promote hair growth.
2 hours later.
I didn't leave it on my head for 30 minutes. This is about an hour to 2 hours later. I ended up cooking, you know how we do. So as you can see, the look of the aloe vera has died down. Now it's not as white in my hair. My hair seems to have absorbed it more, and there's no foam that you can actively see. So I jump into the shower and essentially all I do is rinse out that aloe vera. Once I've done that, I do feel like my hair feels very, very good. I cannot lie. My hair does feel moisturized and soft, but I don't know whether I should give all the credit to the aloe vera, because you guys already know I have a specific regime, okay? I have products that I use that allow for my hair to stay moisturized and to stay feeling good. So I'm not sure whether I need to give credit to the aloe vera or whether I should, you know, say it's down to the way I treat my hair on a day-to-day basis. But I have left the shower with my hair feeling good. I did appreciate using it as a pre-poo beforehand, because I felt like I had a good base for when it comes to the shampoo. Now touching my hair, in terms of my hair doesn't feel stripped, it's not as tangled as it was initially when I took off my bonnet, and yeah, there's just moisture that I can work with. So I continue with my wash day routine, you guys. If you want to see a wash day routine, I have many on my channel, so just pick one and watch. And then I leave the shower and I allow my hair to air dry by putting it in twists. You can see me here putting my hair in twists, and you guys, I got the shock of my life. Can you see the aloe vera particles that are still in my hair? I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed, and the reason why I was really annoyed is because I've washed my hair at least 4 times at this point. I washed the aloe out. That was stage 1. Stage 2 was going in with a shampoo, washing that shampoo out. I then cleansed again, so I went in with a shampoo the second time round. Again, I washed that out. And then stage 4 was after I had done my deep treatment. I then washed that out. So for me to come and start twisting up my hair and I'm seeing aloe vera particles in my hair, I'm confused. I'm confused because I've done 4 different stages of washing. So how is it that I still have aloe vera particles in my hair? Still confused as to how these little particles were there, because I wasn't seeing that when I was adding it to my hair to begin with. It's either that there were bigger clumps of gel or the aloe was liquefied. I'm confused. I'm confused, you guys. I didn't want to stress about it. I thought, you know what, I'm already here. My hair's already semi-dried and all that's left is to moisturize. So let me do that. Maybe as I'm adding the leave-in and the oil, these little particles are gonna come out. So I continued doing that and I left my hair to dry for a full 24 hours, and I actually came back on camera because I wanted to record a protective hairstyle for you guys. So, you know, I set up my camera and I proceeded to take my twists down. Only to get the shock of my life. You guys, my hair looks like I have had a full-on flake out when it comes to products. Can you see all this aloe vera that's in my hair? I was livid. I was livid because I could not do the hair content I wanted to do, because if people stumbled on that video of me trying to show a protective style, they're gonna be thinking, but your hair is dirty. I was livid. And I was so angry because the wash day had taken a long time. When you consider prepping the aloe vera, when you consider the prepoo, when you consider time for the prepoo to, you know, do its thing, and then actually doing my wash day, then doing the deep treatment, then come in and wash. My wash day doesn't take this long. It doesn't take this long. There's no need for it to take this long. And it took me a full day only for me to come out the other end with my hair looking dirty. I was over it. There was no way I was going back into the shower to try and get these little particles out. So I just ended up doing my protective style, and you know, obviously I was not in the mood, so my partings probably aren't straight, but that's what happened, guys. That's what happened. And I think the reason why I was disappointed was because Mercy doesn't mention this in her videos. She hasn't shown that the aloe can stick to your hair like this. Is it just me? Is it because of the hair type that I have? Or where did I go wrong? Was there somewhere that I went wrong in this process? Because I followed her video to the T. Apart from cleaning, that she never did, apart from cleaning the aloe vera, I followed her video to the T. So what's happened here? Or is it because I blended it up? But even so, Nappy Foo's video doesn't show little particles of aloe in her hair like this. So where did I go wrong? Would I do it again? No. I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of patience. And there's no way I'm going to redo that process just for me to come out looking like my hair's still dirty because something is flaked. From where? I don't even know how. I don't even know. Is it from my scalp? Is it? I don't know how. Speechless. Speechless and disappointed. I don't usually do prepoos anyway, and my hair's fine, so for me it's an unnecessary step in my wash day routine. To me, it just made the whole wash day pointless because now I have to go and wash my hair again. I do not like stress when it comes to my hair. I've never seen anyone else go through this. Why is it that I failed? Where did I go wrong? So that's it, guys. That was how using aloe vera in my hair worked for me, or in this occasion didn't work. Even if the end result wasn't what it was, for me, aloe vera as a detangler is a no-bueno. It didn't do anything. It just gave me added stress. In terms of a prepoo, I did feel like, you know, my hair felt good, so maybe it did do something. But because of the way there was particles of aloe vera at the end of my whole wash day, and this is a wash day that took twice the amount of time than it usually would, to me it just wasn't worth it. I can't lie, maybe I missed a step, maybe there's something I did wrong that I'm not aware of. If you think there was something I should have done, then leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. A shout out to Mercy and Nappy Fu for teaching me how to use aloe vera in my hair. Make sure you like this video so I know you enjoyed me recreating another YouTuber's video, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I love you. Mwah. Bye guys.